Dennis Malloy. This is my wife Mary Lou, and we have had our siding, fascia, and soffit redone by Bear Construction. We came across Bear Construction actually in the Orland Park Mall. We had been looking at insulated siding, and we saw their display and stopped by, picked up some literature. The young woman there was very nice, very helpful. For construction opposed to just hanging siding. We delayed about a week while we were thinking it over, only going to do siding. And they sent Emir out, and Emir came out, and he was going to give us a lower price, but upgraded the sale to include fascia and soffit, and at very little more than what we were originally going to pay. We got much more than we had anticipated. We got a construction crew that was probably the best I've ever experienced on any repair work in the house. The gentlemen were really, really good. We've had neighbors stop by and ask which crew we had do it because they're thinking of siding, and they only want that crew because they were that impressed. They did things we hadn't anticipated. They found at the southwest corner of our house, which is an upstairs bedroom, didn't have any insulation under the original siding from when the house was built. So for over 30 years, we've had to have a ceiling fan on in the second floor bedroom, or in zero or sub-zero temperatures, we'd get ice on the wall. Living in the house, have had to run a 1,500 watt electric heater almost every night during every winter, in addition to a ceiling fan to keep air moving across the walls so we wouldn't get ice and we would heat up that room. Bear not only came with the insulated siding, but when they pulled our siding off and saw there was no insulation under the original siding, they put insulation around our house and then put their insulated siding on. No additional cost. Showed us what was wrong, why it was wrong. Did not charge us to fix it. They came along and they saw where the cable company ran our cables for the second floor, and they were all attached to the soffits of our first floor, and then went up and drilled a hole through the siding and put the cable into the second floor. Bear took all of that, buried it behind siding and under soffits. There are no exposed wires on our house. Again, never charge us for that. We had all of our windows replaced in the last couple of years by another company, and Bear's people saw that the casements on the windows were all done wrong. They did all of our second floor windows and all 3 bedrooms, recased them at no charge and resealed around the window frames. It looks 100% better than the original installers. We noticed less drafts. In these very, very heavy rainstorms we've had and almost 100-mile-an-hour winds, in the past we would have water come in over the top of the window frames. Nothing since Bear did it. Not a drop, not a wind noise. Extremely happy with it, and I've done all the talking, so I'll let my wife talk because she dealt with the gentleman also.
Well, I was very happy with Roman and his partner, and he would even come and knock on the door and say, "Come out, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it." And before he would do anything major, he asked my opinion, and I would go out periodically and just to see how they're doing, and they'd always wave, "How are you?" And just really very, very personable employees of Bear.
And I think the energy savings are far, far in excess of what Bear said we would save on energy costs, and we're extremely happy with the workmanship and everything we've got from Bear. Also, I would say that Roman, when he'd come every morning, they would knock on the door, didn't ring the bell because they didn't want to be obtrusive. They'd knock on the door and say, "Do you want to move your car, or can we use this part of your driveway?" Before they would even unload their tools and equipment. They just very, very friendly, very, very courteous in every way, shape, and form. So of all the things I've done over all the years, and I've owned this house 37 years, by far the best work has been by that crew, and the most courteous company I've ever dealt with has been Bear.